Every once in a while in this job, a topic or an issue comes along that you get to talk about that you need to take a breath and appreciate how historic, how big of a deal, how unprecedented the story actually is. And this story is one of those stories. Spider-Man, Brand New Day, is now out and in theaters. It opened up, of course, last night on Thursday night. It's getting rave critical reviews, huge audience responses. I've seen it twice already. I absolutely love it. It's not my all-time favorite Spider-Man film, but it's now officially my favorite Spider-Man film of the Tom Holland era. I just can't get over how much I love this movie. I had such a good time, and I cannot wait to go back and watch it 5 or 6 more times. But here's the thing, guys. I wasn't the only one, and neither were you. Because according to this story in The Hollywood Reporter, Spider-Man Brand New Day has not just broken the record, it has shattered the all-time box office record for the biggest preview night. That's Thursday night's opening night, with $72 million on its Thursday night, beating, outpacing, defeating, and dethroning Avengers Endgame. This is what the Hollywood Reporter says. After a rare midsummer weekend at the box office without a new wide release, moviegoers are gobbling up the chance to see Tom Holland and Zendaya return to the big screen for Sony Pictures' Spider-Man Brand New Day. Marvel Studios' latest offering caught a staggering $72 million from Thursday previews on 4,300 North American screens. This sets the record for a preview sum topping the $60 million that Avengers Endgame took in 2019 before it scored the top marks for its opening weekend with 357. Just to be clear, that number, 357, is still by far the all-time opening weekend record. $1 million domestically and an unbelievable $1.2 billion globally. Guys, let's put this into perspective, shall we? With Spider-Man Brand New Day making $72 million on its Thursday night, and Avengers Endgame made $60 million, that's $12 million more than Avengers did. And Avengers went on to make $357 million. Right now, Spider-Man Brand New Day is easily outpacing Avengers Endgame. Look, that does not guarantee at all that it'll go over 300 million or that it will match Avengers Endgame or that it'll beat Avengers Endgame. But we do need, this does mean something. It outpaced it by 12 million on its Thursday night. How close or can it surpass that 357 million? Right now, the official projections are still up to 280 million, but it looks like it could go well beyond that. Rounding out the top 5 all time, Star Wars The Force Awakens had a $57 million opening night. Spider-Man No Way Home had a $50 million opening night. And Deadpool and Wolverine had a $38.5 million opening night that went on to a $211.4 million weekend. To additionally put this into some more perspective, this year there have been 3 $1 billion films: Mario, Toy Story 5, and Michael. The biggest opening night of those $3 billion films, $17 million. $17 million.
Really?
Is what Toy Story and the Mario Brothers movie both made. They made 17 point something each.
Yeah, they were close. They were close.
17, 72. 17.
Wow.
72. Oh, sorry. It was Mario and Mario. I think it was Odyssey might have been up there as well. But anyway, again, I just can't look at this chart again. Avengers Endgame, the all-time biggest opening weekend by far in cinematic history at 357 million. And right now, Spider-Man Brand New Day is leaving it in its dust. It is outpacing Avengers Endgame right now. Again, this does not guarantee that it's going to beat Avengers Endgame's opening weekend numbers. It doesn't even guarantee it'll be over 300 million. I can't believe I just said that phrase. It won't even be over 300 million.
Yeah,
something that's only ever been
damn
done
them.
once.
Those
What a flop. Something that has only been done once in cinematic history, which is, of course, Endgame. Listen, we knew, guys, this was going to be big. Like, we knew this was going to be historically big. We knew this is going to be amongst one of the biggest films of all time. But it is not exaggeration to say these are numbers that we have never, ever seen before. We have never seen numbers like this. It's never happened. It didn't just match Avengers Endgame.
9,000.
Yeah, it's
We've never seen
9,000.
levels like this.
I mean, I'm staggered. I'm stunned. My wife Ann was trying to find a seat that she could, like, I've got some meetings today, so she's going to try to rush off to see Spider-Man again on her own. She couldn't find a seat in our local theater.
Yeah.
She couldn't
You
find a
remember
seat.
yesterday there was a line at the AMC app. Remember I messaged you guys. I was like, why is there a line on the AMC app?
Yeah, we talked about it on the show, like yesterday after those Wednesday night fan screenings happened and word of mouth got out about it. The next morning, yesterday morning, the AMC app, you couldn't get in. And when you went to log on to the app, or if you went to go to the website, you were instantly put into a queue. And it's like, that is just nutty.
Crazy,
Just
dude.
Nutty. So how big will this opening weekend be? I don't think it's going to pace the same way it has on opening day over the full weekend, but it's going to be big. It's going to be big.
Huge.
I don't know. I still don't. Again, this number has just left any assumptions, any preconceived ideas, and you just got to throw them all out the window.
John, yesterday I saw this movie, and when it was over, when Ned, I can't even say what happened. There was my audience was so with this movie. There were so many rousing rounds of applause throughout. But at the end, before the credits rolled, half of them were like jumping out of their seats. I've seen a lot of really great reactions in the movie theater this year, but this was by far, this audience that I saw it with was so delighted by this movie. And I have to say, no one more than me. I loved this film. I thought it was a terrific Spider-Man movie. I thought it was a terrific MCU film. One of the better MCU movies. I'd put it in the upper echelons of all MCU movies. And it really hit me hard on an emotional level, more than I ever possibly expected. This film, you can say in our YouTube space that there might be some naysayers or whatever. I watched this movie connect. Now, admittedly, it was, opening day and but this movie connected. It connected. It had an emotional connection to an audience. It was, as you say, an experiential event on a number of levels. It certainly was for me. And if A24 ever made a Spider-Man movie, this was the movie that they would make. I mean, it felt heartfelt. It felt emotional and warm. People said, well, it's two different movies. No, it's not.
No.
You have one character encountering another character that's going kind of through the same thing. You know what this movie was about to me? It was about American cities. I love the fact that this film was a New York movie, it was shot in Glasgow or whatever. It was so much about how an American city is in itself a living, breathing organism that requires everybody in it to kind of be on the same page. In a way, I watched this with our 250th anniversary behind us. This to me was like, it made me proud. I mean, I live in Los Angeles or whatever, but I just love this movie on so many different levels. And ultimately, at the end of the day, it was such a humanistic, wonderful story about one man and how much he cares about the community he's a part of.
Well,
and if there's any message we need today, it's that.
By the way, I know you brought up the naysayers out there. Man, these numbers say there's not a lot of naysayers out there when you look at those numbers. But I mean, I've heard others say it, but it is very true. This is the movie where Spider-Boy becomes Spider-Man.
Yes.
They have aged him up. He's a Peter Parker that is still essentially Peter at his core, but he's not the same Peter we met in Homecoming.
No, he's in his 20s
grown up
now,
and like more age, more problems. Like he's dealing with adult issues now and adult problems. And I think there's also a part of this movie that is quietly and sneakily really connecting with people about when you see the struggles that not just Peter's going through, but Frank later talks out loud about going through. We won't say what those are on the screen here, but it's just a terrific movie. And again, I thought the marketing campaign was quite good. I am flabbergasted by the movie. Like I expected it to be good because of Destin Daniel Cretton. By the way, guys, he's now the favorite child over at Marvel. Like the guy did Shang-Chi, which was, I think, one of the best, if not the best, post-Endgame movie, maybe until now. Then he does Wonder Man, which caught all of us by surprise with how good it is.
Inexplicably was canceled. You probably talked about yesterday. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And now he's building on the work that John Watts did and built on it beautifully. I mean, to me, he's the all eyes got to go to Destin Daniel. And remember, he was going to do Kang Dynasty. He was going to do Avengers Kang Dynasty. All eyes are on him right now. And again, this number though, especially with all the comic book movie fatigue, guys, right?
Yeah.
Like the public doesn't want comic book movies anymore. So tired of comic book movies.
I would say this film transcends its genre. This is not a comic book movie.
But most general audiences are going to look at it that way.
Everybody looks at it as a comic book movie.
Of course, but it goes beyond that. This is, like you said, it's a coming of age film. It's a story about moving into adulthood. It's a story about dealing with grief.
And
it's a story about the consequences of one's actions. This film this is a wonderful movie.
It's a great movie. It's not just a great
number
comic
of
book
different
movie.
levels.
It's a great movie.
It's just a wonderful film, and it's all character based. I wanted to give I just remembered. I wanted to give a Jacob Batalon. I wanted to give Bartolone. Pardon me. MVP. What a performance that guy gave.
So good in it. Everybody was good in his Ned. Yeah,
it was his best outing as Ned, and they used him really, really effectively. And I have to say, that core group, the three of them, Zendaya and Jacob and Tom.
Jacob, yeah.
They were just, God, they really worked well together. Beautiful film, really amazing movie.
Yeah, there's some movies where you see the collection of characters and you think, I just don't buy that these people would all hang out. I totally buy that Zendaya, Jacob, and Tom are a family. Yeah. Like I just totally buy it. I completely buy it, and
because it transcends probably even off screen too.
Well, obviously, yes. I mean,
obviously, with two of them are married.
Yeah, of course, but still,
even the friendship.
One of the most adorable things I've ever seen. I remember after Spider-Man: Homecoming, I can't remember if Tom was on Kimmel or Fallon. He was on one of those, right? And Tom Holland said, "Oh yeah, me and Jacob are best friends." It's like, really? Yeah. It's like, call him right now. He goes, all right. And he pulls out his phone on the lane and like literally FaceTimes Jacob, and like Jacob's like, yo. and like it's just like one of the most adorable, wholesome things I'd ever seen. And yes, now two of them are now married with Tom and Zendaya, obviously, which is a sickeningly a sweet relationship. I remember for years I had a bet with my wife that relationship was just a PR fake relationship, Zendaya and Tom Holland, until the day they got married. And then Anne's like, you still think they're faking it? I'm like, yes, they are just committed to it. They're committed to the bit.
Committed to the role.
They're totally committed to the bit.
I mean, speaking about Destin, like when his name came up as director, my audience cheered for the director's name.
Yeah.
Yeah. And next to me, so it was a crowded audience, but next to me was this like woman in her 70s. And you can tell she doesn't go to a lot of these kind of movies, but she was engaged the entire movie. If something was coming at her, she was like ducking and she was making commentary. She was loving it. And even the quiet moments, she was like engaged in it this whole time. So if this movie can touch a woman in her mid 70s, on her heartstrings, then sky's the limit.
By the way, I want to give a shout out. There's the end credit sequence where they just show images of New York was genius.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was such a wonderful, because, you know, Spider-Man and New York go together like, you know, chocolate and peanut butter do. But the fact that they used
and the specific angles of the rooftops.
Yeah. By the way,
it
Rob
was
is not
so
talking.
good.
Rob is just so nobody gets upset. And Rob
We're
is
just
not
talking
talking
about
about
buildings.
an end credit scene. We're literally just talking about, you know,
Yeah.
B footage that runs as the credits are.
Yeah,
We're
rolling.
just
That's
talking
what
about
we're
the
talking about. Yeah.
the
They just
cinematography
used
shooting the
shot-
buildings. That's it.
they just used shots of New York City, the landscape, and
Skyline.
it was such a beautifully done, respectful sequence. And to me, it was evocative of all my favorite films about New York, whether it's Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing or Woody Allen's Manhattan, or, you know, even the cop thrillers I love, like Serpico or Prince of the City. I just love the fact that New York, ironically, they didn't shoot in New York, but they were shooting all over the place. But it still was such a celebration of America's greatest city.
But even
and what it means. I loved it
But,
so
okay,
much.
we're running out of time here, guys. So let me drag this back to what the story is here, which is the numbers.
Right. Sorry. I just
Again,
love
it's the buildings, John. It's the buildings.
It's the buildings.
It's
damn
the
it.
city.
When again, these numbers, I simply, are we? Here's the question again. Spider-Man had a much bigger opening night than Avengers Endgame did. Okay. Avengers is the all-time opening weekend box office record of 357 million, which I honestly, there's a thought in my head that was a record that would never be broken. Are we about to see the opening weekend record beaten? Rob?
Yes.
You're predicting over 357.
Yeah.
Jonathan, what about you?
If Friday's numbers beat Endgame as well, yes.
I will say no, but I wouldn't put any money on it. I wouldn't put $1 red on it. Not a single dime would I put on that. So I'm going to go with
a lot of FOMO with this movie now.
Oh, now everybody's wanting to get out and see it. Everybody's wanting. And by the way, here's the scary thing. I've been saying for a couple of weeks now that the number one piece of marketing for Avengers Doomsday is going to be Spider-Man. If Spider-Man is good and everybody loves it, I've been saying it will really propel Avengers Doomsday. And I said, if Spider-Man is bad, it could really hurt Doomsday. This is going to propel Doomsday.
Yep.
This is going to propel Doomsday. So, guys, question is for you. What do you think about these? No, there's no hyperbole here. Unprecedented, historic numbers that we're seeing coming out for Spider-Man Brand New Day. It is on pace to beat the opening weekend all-time record that Avengers Endgame currently has. I think it'll come a little bit short of that, but it's totally within the realm of possibility here. Do you think it's going to get there? Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comments section below and let us know your thoughts.